Vinyl community, what's happening? DJ Legion here with you. Just got back from the record show. I'm too close to the camera. There we go. My head chopped off. Just got back from a record show, a local record show here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Got a stack of vinyl. I'm going to try to get it all in one video, so I'm going to have to move fast. So we're just going to get right into it. Going to tell you what I paid for things along the way. Got some classic 7-inch vinyl, some 45 RPM picture sleeves. Got 5 of those. Going to show them to you here. I paid $4 a piece for each one of these, and these are just solid gold. This is the original Put Your Head on My Shoulders from Paul Anka. The original Mac the Knife from Bobby Darin. The original You're 16, You're Beautiful, and You're Mine by Johnny Burnett. The original Don't Worry by Marty Robbins on Columbia. And the original El Paso picture sleeve, Marty Robbins on Columbia. So those were awesome finds. I picked those up for $4 a piece. Glad to add those to my 7-inch collection. Moving on. $3 a piece and or 4 for $10, which is what I bought. 4 albums for $10 from another vendor. The Pink Panther, Henry Mancini. Paul Anka, Songs for Young Lovers on ABC Paramount. This is an original. All these actually are originals. The Ventures. And Cat Stevens, Buddha and the Chocolate Box. Yeah, so those were 4 for $10 from one vendor, so that was $10 spent. From another vendor, if you bought 3 albums, you got 2 for free. So it made sense just to buy 3 albums. Sting, Bring on the Night. It's a live concert in France, probably in Paris, right after he left the police. First project he did after he left the police. So right when his first album, Dream of the Blue Turtles, was coming out. This is a live recording of that band in Paris. Branford Marsalis, great jazz musician, played in this band. So I paid $8 for that, paid full price. And then I paid, let's see, $5 for this mint sealed Duke Ellington's Greatest Hits. Mint sealed on Columbia. Looks to be a 70s reissue. Doesn't have a date, but looks to be a 70s reissue. Great stuff there, big band and swing. And then the Andrews Sisters. Mint sealed as well, probably from the 80s. Their big hit was 1985. Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. That was the big hit from this particular group. But anyway, got this one. I got some Andrews Sisters, but I'll probably phase that out. Now that I have a mint sealed copy, this will be all I need. And I'll phase out my other ones. And then, so like I said, if you bought 3, you got 2 for free from this guy. So the 2 that I got for free, wait a minute, I actually bought 6. Bought Frank Sinatra, This Is Sinatra, $5. So these 2 would have been free, I take it. Rod Stewart, Night on the Town, and Quicksilver Messenger Service, Happy Trails. This is not in the best of condition, but it's still in better shape than the Beat to Hell copy that I had. And since I got 2 free, I just picked this one up to throw on the stack. And this will give me an upgrade, a little bit of an upgrade anyway. My copy's really, really beat up, all split on all the sides. So this one, although not in the best of shape, is still light years ahead of what I have. And it was free. All right, paid $7 for this one. This is a 1960s 6i Columbia pressing of Dave Brubeck, Time Out, Take 5. The Dave Brubeck Quartet. It's a classic jazz record. I'm sure if you know jazz, you know this album. And this was on my list for 2018. And now I have a copy. Not only do I have a copy, I didn't have to buy a repress. This is a 1960s 6i Columbia early pressing of this. So stoked to have this great album. The Best of the Dramatics, paid $9 for this. Volt Records, which is a division of Stax Records out of Memphis, Tennessee. This is all their classic early 70s stuff. Before, I think they got picked up by MCA, or they got picked up by a bigger label in the late 70s. But this is before then. So great soul and R&B coming out of, I think, the Tennessee area, the Memphis, Tennessee. That's where Volt Records was based out of. So I'll hold off on that one. Let me show you this one first. Let It Be from the Beatles. Paid $8 for this. This also is on my 2018 list. This is a red label, Red Apple. A Red Apple pressing of that. Look at that. Not green. Fabulous. Stoked to get this. Been wanting to get this one. And even more stoked that it is on the Red Apple, which is a little harder to get than the Green Apple labels. All right. This next one, it's a long story, but this was in a bin that was 50% off. Now we're moving to a different vendor. So he wanted $20 for this, which that's what the sticker said. But so it was $10. But then I bought so much from him, he ended up giving me $6 off my total thing. So actually I only paid $4 for this, if you think about it. Kiss Alive 2 1977 has the hype sticker, and it is a gold stamp promo. I don't know if you can see that. And it has the booklet, the Evolution of Kiss booklet in there as well. $4 for this. And since this was a radio station promo, radio stations didn't play Kiss, and they sure as to hell didn't play Kiss Alive 2. The vinyl on this is in really good shape. Not mint, but it's pretty damn clean. Because like I said, record stations, they weren't burning up the airwaves with live Kiss off of this record. So, really great shape. All right. $3 a piece for the following. Let me get those out, and let's see. Okay, where are we at? $3, $3. Okay. Yeah. So these were $3 a piece that I'm about to show you. George Strait's Greatest Hits Volume 2. This still has the shrink wrap. Great thing about the East Bay, it's all a bunch of stoner hippies out here. They don't like country music. So country music is super cheap. Super cheap. $3 for George Strait in the shrink wrap. George Strait, once again, Something Special. $3. Georgia Satellites, great blues-based southern rock. This is great stuff, a great album. The song Keep Your Hands to Yourself, most of you probably know that one. And Battleship Change was another one off of this one. $3 for this. Got to keep moving. Eddie Howard and his orchestra. Got a few of this series. They all have this kind of same design on the cover. Different orchestras and big bands and swing. Going back to the early 1900s. This one is 1946 to 1951. So just after the Second World War. This will be interesting. Good stuff. $3 for that. The Best of B.B. King. This is a 70s issue compilation, 1973. On ABC Records. So After the Thrill Is Gone, of course. Yeah, $3 for this one. Gypsy Festival. Never heard of this. Internationally famous gypsy violinist and his ensemble. Sonny Alex Braun. I've never heard of Sonny Alex Braun. But it was $3, and it's gypsy music, supposedly, which I don't have any of that I know of. So let's put something new in the collection, since it's only a few bucks. You know, learn something new, discover some new music, maybe. David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile. $3 for this one. I saw this tour right after he left Van Halen, 1986. I was a senior in high school at that time. I know I'm dating myself. But this band, Steve Vai on guitar, Billy Sheehan on bass. He had a fantastic band that toured on this album. And I saw this tour. In fact, I saw this tour front row center in Austin, Texas. Kind of, I don't have the time to tell you the tale of how I managed to get front row for that show. But I caught a big break at the last second, and me and a buddy of mine saw this show front row. So anyway, David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile. Neil Diamond, the classics, the early years. This was $3. Just also, this has his early stuff: Solitary Man, Cherry Cherry, Shiloh, Red Red Wine, Kentucky Woman, all that stuff on this one. The early Neil Diamond. And now everything else that I'm going to show you, I paid $1 a piece. Going forward, $1 a piece. We're about half done, by the way. So everything else that I'm going to show you, $1 a piece. Slim Gillard with Dizzy Gillespie and his orchestra. This dates to 1957. It was $1. I mean, it's Dizzy Gillespie, so I mean, we're going to throw it on the spin clean it up, hear how it sounds. Odetta and the Blues. No way I'm leaving Odetta for $1. Had to have this one. Dwayne Eddy on Jamie Records. His twanging guitar and the Rebels. Gonna check this one out as well. This should be fabulous. Elton John, Tumbleweed Connection, a German pressing. I think I have a copy of this. I don't know for sure. Maybe not, though. But anyway, it's a German pressing. Kind of great. Check out this label. Right? Not MCA. Yeah, really great. So, I'm going to clean it up and check it out. Should be excellent. Fantasy. This is great. The Herdsmen play Paris. Jazz musicians here. Once again, I don't have the time to tell you the story about Fantasy Records. And I'm kind of focusing on that particular label right now. Don't have the time to tell you that in this video, but I will get to it. But basically the story is I got an old Fantasy album from the 1960s that had a catalog in there. And that catalog gives me all the serial numbers. Like this one is 3201. And so now that I have the label and the serial numbers, I can track down every friggin' thing that label ever put out up to that point. And man, if you did, you'd have one hell of a jazz collection. So I found this one, and it's in that catalog. I actually made a copy of the catalog. It's like just one page. And I put it in my wallet so that when I'm out, if I see a Fantasy pressing, I can cross-reference that with my list. And if I want to buy it, I can mark it off. Anyway, there's the abridged version of that. Fantasy. So it's the Herdsmen play Paris. The Eagles' debut album, it was $1. I'm not going to leave it there for $1. Mel Torme, Even at Marty's in New York, As It Happened, March 27th, 1982. Big fan of Mel Torme. This is John Denver, Poems, Prayers, and Promises. This is a Japanese, Korean, Chinese, I don't know what it is, but it's an import, obviously. And it's just a cheap paper sleeve, and it's probably a real low-quality pressing. Look at that label. Probably a bootleg even. It might even be a bootleg from China or something, but who the hell cares? It was $1 and it's kind of cool and unique. Picked it up. Moving on. Great album right here. Marty Robbins, Gunfighter Ballads, and Trail Songs. This is a 2i Columbia. Paid $1 for this. I have a copy of this already. However, this one is an upgrade. My copy is more Scotch tape than cover, I think. So even if the record was shot, $1 for this just to get this cover was a win. Pipes of Peace, Paul McCartney, paid $1 for this. So I haven't heard any of the later McCartney stuff. 1983. That's not really later, but it's later than the stuff he did with Wings, which is all I have. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out. $1. Paul Simon's Greatest Hits promo copy with the sticker and the radio station sticker, and you can see the gold stamp. And it also, of course, since it's Colombian, it's a promo. It is the white label. Very cool. Gatefold cover with lyrics. Yeah, $1. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. $1. Let me remind you again. Not exactly mint. A little bit of ring wear there. Just a plain white paper sleeve, but the vinyl looks, it's got some scratches, but it was $1. I'll clean it up, and if I can't get it to sound, up to speed, no worries. I only paid $1 for it. Hell, the jacket alone is worth that much. Foreigner 4, back in the day, got this for Christmas one year. One of my original records that slipped away from me in my divorce from my high school collection. Now I got that shit back. That's right, woman. 404. $1. So yeah, there we go. Eddie Hayward. This is on my watch list on eBay. I can take it off because I scored it for $1. Great pianist here, jazz pianist. Robert Plant, Principle of Moments, Led Zeppelin vocalist. This has the song In the Mood. Great album here. Only paid $1 for it. Kansas, Left Overture, which has Carry On Wayward Son, The Wall. Yeah, those are the 2 big hits off of this one. $1. Edie Gourmet, Edie in Love. Arranged and conducted by Don Costa. Love these old female pop singers, Judy Garland and, you know, Edie Gourmet and Julie London. Yeah, $1. Al Stewart, Time Passages, in the shrink wrap. The only hit off of here was Time Passages, but that's all right. I'm going to check it out. It was $1. Culture Club, Colored by Numbers. I'm appreciating Culture Club now that I'm older. I used to hate these guys. You know, I was a metalhead in high school. You know, Culture Club was crap. But now I'm appreciating the musicianship and songwriting as I've aged. Karma Chameleon's on this. Black Money, that's a fantastic song. So Church of the Poison Mind, Miss Me Blind. Yeah, appreciating these guys now that I've grown up a little bit. $1 for that one. Mel Torme, It's a Blue World. Yeah, it's just a 1980s compilation, probably 1985. I don't know if it's, maybe it's a brand new. I don't know if it's new or not. If it's older songs, or if he recorded it in 1985, might have been. Anyway, bam, $1. Sinatra's Swingin' Session. It looks to be an original from the 60s. Yeah, it looks to be an original. I don't know much about the about it yet. Like I said, I haven't put the date to any of these yet. I just got through and want to get this filmed. But it looks to be a 1960s pressing. Great stuff. Includes the hits Blue Moon, My Blue Heaven, September in the Rain. Yeah, so anyway, this should be good. And finally, for $1, Jackson Browne, Running on Empty, super common. One of my local record shops, I think, has like 10 of these or 6 of these in the Jackson Browne section. But anyway, this has, of course, The Loadout and Running on Empty. Those are the 2 big hits off of this. Very common record, like Boston's first album and or Carole King's Tapestry, Linda Ronstadt, Heart Like a Wheel. You see this everywhere. I just never have bothered to fool with it because I see it everywhere I go. But found it today for $1. Good enough. All right, bam, that's it, man. A ton of stuff. Look at this. Let me see if I can pick it up. I cannot. I don't think. I don't think I can get it all in one thing. Let me see. Come on now. There we go. Look at that. Yep. There it is. My record show, not record store day, my record show haul from today. Man, I scored a bunch of stuff. I don't know what I spent on all that, but it was maybe $60, $60, $70 for that big stack of stuff. Saw the Black Veil Brides on, I forgot what friggin' day it was. Maybe March the 6th, I think. Yeah, anyway, saw Black Veil Brides again for the 3rd time. They were amazing. Opening band was Asking Alexandria, and a new band called, not a new band, but another group called Crown the Empire. So, yeah, Black Veil Bride, saw that concert. It was fantastic. Next month, Wishbone Ash, great 70s band, is going to be in Oakland at a jazz club. I have tickets bought for that as well. So that's it. Hope you like this video. I haven't been around in a long time. I worry that I have probably just as much stuff to show you that I've kind of been picking up along the way. I just, I haven't been on YouTube. I just haven't had the time to make a video. And like I said, this one I'm rushing to get through because there's so much. I don't know how much memory my phone has. But I'm doing all right. We're rocking and rolling out here, and buying vinyl, just doing our thing. So that's it, and that's all for this video. Hope everybody has a great week, even a great month if I don't get back to you. And you know what to do. Turn up the music. Turn down the drama. And I'll see you soon.